Out of all the classic arcade games, there isn't one that I prefer more so than Asteroids. There's just something about the freedom of movement, the unpredictable pattern of asteroids, and the sheer amount of space rocks zooming across the screen, creating mass tension as you try to evade all sizes of asteroids and blast them into bits for points. Of course, depending on which version you're playing, you may find it not as enjoyable, but for me, I've enjoyed various clones and ports of Asteroids since I was a child. Heck, one of my favorite PC games from my childhood was Asteroids 1998. I played that one all the time back in the day when it wasn't Pajama Sam, Big Thinkers, Freddy Fish, Spy Fox, Putt Putt, or Blue's Clues. It was Asteroids among many other classics.
Pointless nostalgia.
But today, we're taking a look at the last Atari 2600 game I'll be reviewing for a while.
Aw, but why?
As I want to focus more so on PC games going into the future, as I know by doing so, I'll finally get noticed and make it on YouTube. Reviewing anything else will only continue to cause my channel's growth to stutter. So let's jump into the very last Atari review and talk about Asteroids. Is it a game worth playing?
It's gonna be a good game.
The concept of Asteroids is simple. You're a spaceship and there's a bunch of asteroids. Blow them up till you die and lose all your lives. That's it. Nothing else. At least some of the versions, including the arcade original. So here, it's no different.
That's a good thing.
But that's fine, as arcade games like these don't need a whole lot of substance to be considered good. They know what they are, and they focus on that strength. Hence why Frogger, Space Invaders, Pac-Man, Dig Dug, Galaga, Gauntlet, Rampage, Missile Command, Asteroids, and more are all just timeless classics.
You're goddamn right.
Like all Atari games, Asteroids is very simple. You use the stick to rotate your ship and push up to move forward. If you push down, you'll zoom across the screen instantly. Though it's kinda hard to tell since the graphics are glitching out. Guess the system doesn't like the sheer amount of pixels on screen. Akin to Nintendo Entertainment System suffering the same annoying issues. The red button will fire off your lasers. Plus, unlike Return of the Jedi Death Star Battle, this game doesn't reset your single laser blast pixel. Instead, you can only fire off a small amount at once. But in turn, can still fire off more than once. Thank God, cause otherwise this game would be unplayable if it played more like Death Star Battle. Asteroids come in different sizes, but once shot they will still break into smaller ones. They don't stop coming and they just don't stop coming. Kill one, two more spawn in. They're like rabbits, man. They just don't die. They only know how to multiply. Only once they're tiny enough will they truly be destroyed upon being hit. Though these tiny ones are a problem since they're harder to see, leading you into a false sense of confidence, which will cost you dearly. Destroy all asteroids and move on to the next level. That's the entire game, and it's simple fun, done right.
True that.
Now that's true, Granddad.
Movement in asteroids is smooth. As you fly around, you'll drag a bit, which can be a good thing or bad thing depending on what's happening on the screen. Just know, if you move too fast and try to slow down by moving in the opposite direction, you'll need time to slow down. If you reach the edge of the screen, you'll come out on the other end, so move right, you'll appear out on the left side, just like the asteroids. Maneuver around and try not to get hit so you can rack up as many points as possible. I made it to about 50,000 points before getting game over.
Weak.
It seems that every 5,000 points you get an extra life. I'm not sure if that's the exact case, but that's what I could tell. Every 5,000 points you'll hear several beeps with your life count going up by 1.
Sweet music to my ears.
You'll need these as you play. Things get ever increasingly difficult, with these asteroids flying faster, with smaller ones being a pain to hit as they zoom by you, barely scraping your ship by a single pixel that could lead to a game over. Asteroids is multiplayer compatible. Each player takes a turn till one dies. Then the other player can play. So like most classic arcade games, each player will have their own colors of red for player 1 and green for player 2. Ah yes, the classic Christmas colors. As you can see on screen, this game does have a flickering issue, but that doesn't really get in the way of the fun, but it can be annoying at times trying to figure out where you are if you're moving around. Then it's too late and you get destroyed by an asteroid. One annoying thing is if you don't stay in the center after you complete a level, guess what will happen? Spawn killing asteroids appear. Yep, they spawn into the level and instantly kill you if you're not in the center. So please move into the center of the screen before taking out the very last asteroid, or be prepared to be wrecked worse than the Japanese economy back in the 1990s.
Man. Wow. That's crazy, isn't it? Oh my god, true? Yeah. True and fucking real.
At the end of the day, Asteroids for Atari 2600 is a great game, and that is a first for this channel. I never saw much value in Atari games. They're so primitive, basic, shallow, and mediocre that anything above 2 stars for mediocre just didn't seem possible. But the Star Wars games proved otherwise, and now Asteroids has defied that viewpoint as well.
Excellent, excellent.
Asteroids is a timeless classic no matter the platform you play it on. Despite some minor complaints, I love this port and give it the first ever 4 stars for great for this platform. Sadly, it will also be the last Atari review, as I'm moving on to more popular platforms that will grow my channel. It was a little fun experience of games, from horror to sports to arcade games. Atari 2600 is just okay, and I'll leave it at that.
Drop mic, we're out.
Anyways, that's it for this video. See you all later.